With only one day left before the UK referendum on EU membership, the race between the Remain side and the Leave side is extremely tight. And here in Brussels, the institutions are preparing for Brexit. There is no plan B. That's what EU leaders and spokespeople have been repeating the last couple of months and weeks ahead of the UK referendum. But with Brexit as a real possibility on Friday morning, it is certain that the EU has a strategy on how to handle it. Fabian Zuleeg, political expert and the head of the think tank European Policy Centre, is betting on the Remain side to win. But he's also sure that Brussels has a Brexit plan.
Yes, of course. There has to be a plan B. We have to calculate in that there's a realistic possibility that this might be a Brexit.
Also, the European Central Bank is prepared to handle any financial turmoil following a possible Brexit. ECB President Mario Draghi said in a debate in the European Parliament on Tuesday that they had done all the necessary preparations.
We stand ready to act by using all the instruments available within our mandate, if necessary, to achieve our objective.
So what could actually happen if the British citizens vote to leave? Fabian Zuleeg thinks it would have a bigger impact on the UK than the EU. The Union will have to stand by its principles, meaning that the UK cannot expect any favours. A trade deal could be possible, he thinks, but not access to the single market. Zuleeg also believes that the rest of the EU could be tough on Britain in order to prevent others from leaving.
If a country can leave the European Union and then cherry pick what parts it wants to participate in, whether it wants to pay, whether it wants to be part of the social, the environmental legislation. If a country gets that kind of deal, it looks quite attractive for others. So I think it would be in the interest of the European Union not to be too accommodating. That's simply the logic of being part of a club like the European Union.
Pieter, head of the Brussels office of the Eurosceptic think tank Open Europe, doesn't think that the EU and the other member states will be too hard on Britain if the country decided to leave.
If you punish Britain, it will create a lot of Euroscepticism all over Europe. It would also hurt European consumers. Imagine if you would restrict access for the City of London to the continent. It would mean that the cost of investment would go up in Europe because the City of London is the financial bloodline of the continent.
Bill Etheridge, member of the European Parliament and the British UKIP party, campaigning for a Brexit, agrees. A difficult divorce would just be bad for all.
Much as they would like us to remain in the EU, I don't think for a second that they want to cause any form of trade war or anything like that. It just would be totally foolish and not in anybody's interest.
If there will be a Brexit and also how the EU would respond to that, we'll know more about on Friday. In the morning that day, EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker will meet up with the presidents of the European Parliament and the Council, and also with Mark Rutte, the Prime Minister of Netherlands, who is currently holding the rotating EU presidency. They will try to agree on a plan on how to move forward from there, and that plan will later be discussed at the highest political level when EU heads of state meets in Brussels on Tuesday and Wednesday.